Welcome back to News for You with me, Tracy. On tonight's agenda, we're going to be talking about prostate cancer being on the rise. We're also talking about the FDC beginning to rebuild and Prom cancelled at Mbarara High, as well as Nike under federal investigation. All that and so much more coming up tonight. Stay tuned. Prostate cancer is quietly becoming a major threat to men in Uganda, and doctors say that the danger isn't just the disease, but how late it's being discovered. Health experts warn that thousands of Ugandan men are diagnosed every year, many of them when the cancer is already advanced and harder to treat. The problem? Most men don't go for routine screening, often because of fear, stigma, and simply not knowing the signs. Doctors say that prostate cancer rarely shows symptoms. By the time warning signs like difficulty urinating or lower back pain appear, the disease may already be severe. Medical professionals are now urging men, especially those over 40 or with a family history of cancer, to make regular screening a part of their healthcare routine. They stress that early detection can save lives and reduce the cost and intensity of treatment. The message is clear: ignoring checkups could cost you years. Screening isn't weakness, it is survival. So men out there, please be safe, go for regular routine checkups, and prevention is better than cure. After a bruising loss in the 2026 general elections, FDC says it's not folding, it is rebuilding. Party President Patrick Oboi Amuriat says the focus is now on a full party reset, strengthening internal structures, pulling in new members, and reconnecting with the old guard that once formed the party's backbone. The FDC has launched a post-election audit to break down what went wrong, where support slipped, and how the party lost ground. Amuriat says that this phase is about regrouping, rebranding, and restoring confidence both inside the party and among their supporters. For FDC, the message is simple: the election result was a setback, not a knockout. The comeback work has already started. You know what they say? Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Let's see if they will make that comeback. Mbarara High students, if you are waiting for prom, don't. School authorities have officially cancelled prom nights following new rules from the Ministry of Education. The guidelines tighten control over school entertainment, banning events that encourage dating, pairing up, or husband and wife behavior among students. In a notice signed by Nkurunziza Allen, teachers have been warned that allowing students to form couples during school functions is strictly prohibited. So, what's replacing prom? I feel really bad, son. First, we really enjoyed prom, but okay. So now they're saying that Senior 4 and Senior 6 candidates will instead go on a candidates trip and picnic, which is scheduled for February 20th and 21st, 2026. School authorities say the trip is meant for relaxation and bonding without crossing boundaries and for raising disciplined, focused learners with special attention to the boy child. So yeah, guys, there are no prom kings, no prom queens, just backpacks, buses, and boundaries. Gotta love the alliteration there. Nike is in hot water with US regulators, and the accusation might surprise you. So the US Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has opened an investigation into the sportswear giant over claims that it discriminated against pomp-colored employees. So now leading the charge is EEOC Chair Andrea Lucas, appointed by Donald Trump late last year. Federal filings accuse Nike of using race-based targets and making hiring, promotion, and firing decisions that favored non-white workers, potentially breaking the Civil Rights Act. And here's a twist. No Nike workers have even filed complaints. Yeah, so the EEOC says that the case came from Nike's own public impact reports and information on its website. After the company allegedly failed to fully cooperate with a subpoena, the agency took the fight to federal court in Missouri, where Nike operates a factory. Nike says the move is an unusual escalation, and the company insists that it has shared thousands of pages of documents, acted in good faith, and followed the law. It says it will continue cooperating and respond formally in court. Now, for a company with over $50 billion, this investigation could carry serious consequences and is already fueling a wider debate around diversity policies in corporate America. Is it possible to discriminate against a non-marginalized group? A group that actually is in the majority, not even the minority. Could it just be Trump propaganda? Let me know what you think in the comments.
First up, Seattle shocks New England, and then Donald Trump weighed in, and then there was the other show. Your girl Callaway is back, and the pop culture pulse is beating loud today, where underdogs win big, halftime shows become history, and the drama unfolds faster than a Hail Mary pass. Let me tell you what's poppin'. The Seattle Seahawks didn't just play the game, they changed the game, taking down the New England Patriots 29-13 in this year's Super Bowl. Underdog energy, I do say so myself. But let's be honest, the real main event was Bad Bunny's Apple Music halftime show. He didn't just perform, he turned the stadium into a Puerto Rican street party. A stage that felt like home, reggaeton anthems that had the world dancing, and special guests, oh, we had Cardi B, Karol G, Pedro Pascal, Lady Gaga, and Ricky Martin all in the same casa. It was less of a show and more of a cultural takeover. Of course, not everyone was dancing. President Donald Trump had some thoughts on the show, calling it an affront to the greatness of America and saying nobody understands a word this guy is saying and the dancing is disgusting. Y'all, when politics meets pop culture, the comments section stays fed. Not everyone was dancing to the same beat though. Over on another stream, Turning Point USA hosted an all-American halftime show with Kid Rock. Critics called it underwhelming. Let's just say the reviews were not trending. Speaking of trending, Chris Brown throws shade, and right on cue, Chris Brown hopped on Twitter with a story that read, "I think it's safe to say ... they need me. Somebody's feeling left out of the party. What do you guys think? Should Chris Brown have been on that halftime stage?" Let me know down in the comments. This was more than a game. It was a night where sports, music, and culture collided, and where we were all here for it. I'm Callaway, and now you know what's poppin'.
As always, please do leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye.